OnePlus 5T, the current flagship killer from OnePlus, which was released back in November 2017 and still it's the beast in budget. Since OnePlus 5T is released, the speculation hasn't stopped for the next flagship killer, which has now officially confirmed that it will be called OnePlus 6 from the company's co-founder Carl Pei. Plus he also confirmed some of the major changes that is coming with OnePlus 6. More on that in the later part of the video. So let's have a look over top 6 changes that is confirmed and rumored for the OnePlus 6. Excited? So let's get started. Top-notch with refreshed design. First off, the OnePlus is joining the top-notch bandwagon with the OnePlus 6. A report from The Verge confirms that next OnePlus flagship will definitely have a notch. It also looks to be following the iPhone X lead in some other respects as well if the leak from IT Home are to be believed. The leak includes 2 images, one of the back and one of the front. On the back, the phone appears to show a vertically aligned dual sensor camera and a fingerprint sensor. On the front, you find an edge-to-edge display with the promised top notch. The top notch appears to house the front-facing camera and any sensor for new features like face recognition. The display also shows what appears to be the specs for the phone. Another trend from OnePlus is that, being owned by the same company as Oppo, its flagship phone often looks the same as Oppo's. The OnePlus 5T was similar to the Oppo R11s and OnePlus 5 was an Oppo R11 look-alike. It stands to reason then that we are likely to see something very similar to the newly announced R15. With the OnePlus 5T already boosting a 6.01-inch display, the Chinese firm has also confirmed that the OnePlus 6 will feature the biggest screen it's ever put on a phone while not increasing the headset's overall size, resulting in a 90% screen-to-body ratio. Given the OnePlus 5T's recent launch with its new 18:9 ratio display, it's hard to imagine OnePlus moving to something completely different for the OnePlus 6. As mentioned earlier, we are going to see a notch at the top, which means shifting slightly to push the status bar out of the main display area, which in turn meaning pushing the ratio up to 19:9 and the size up to 6.28 inches. In the Android market, virtually all legitimate flagship phones have a Quad HD resolution display. The Galaxy Note 8, Galaxy S9, LG V30 Pixel 2 XL, all with similar sized screen to the OnePlus flagship devices. But OnePlus still continues to use a 1080p AMOLED panel, and that is likely to continue with OnePlus 6. But personally, I think this time OnePlus is going to bump up the game with a Quad HD panel, and being a OnePlus fan, let's hope for the best. Finally, OnePlus co-founder Carl Pei also confirmed that the firm's next device will retain a headphone jack, which will be music to many people's ear, as OnePlus is among few companies that always believe in user satisfaction. One thing we know about OnePlus phone is that they use whatever is Qualcomm's latest high-end processor. This year that is the Snapdragon 845, and it's going to be in the OnePlus 6 that is recently confirmed by the company. The company's founder Pete Lu also confirmed as much in an interview with CNET during CES 2018 in Las Vegas. He stated, and I quote, "Of course, there is no other choice." So that's one thing that is settled. Also, according to Android Central sources, the OnePlus 6 codename A6000 has been benchmarked and those results confirm the Snapdragon 845. Similarly, the aforementioned hardware leak shows a 6GB 64GB option, which is the same as the current baseline of OnePlus 5T. In addition, it is also confirmed that we are likely to see a model with a huge 256GB storage and 8GB of RAM. Another benchmark is obtained by XDA developers shows one of the biggest changes that likely won't make a huge difference in UK is the gigabit LTE support. It means the OnePlus 6 could be capable of supporting download speeds up to 1000 Mbps thanks to Cat.16 LTE. Although bigger batteries than 3300 mAh cell in the OnePlus 5T exist, the way OnePlus has optimized it means you comfortably get through a full day on a single charge even with a smartwatch connected. It's surprisingly good. Of course, if OnePlus does go with a higher resolution display, a higher capacity battery should come with it to make up for the more power intensive screen. We also expect Dash Charge, the super fast charging technology, to remain. It's one of the company's biggest advantage over most competitors. Perhaps one essential improvement is the face unlock feature. Currently, the technology only uses the front camera, which isn't the most secure method of facial recognition. Adding depth sensor would help make it harder to fool and enable OnePlus to use it for more features like unlocking private apps and authorizing payments and download from Play Store. As much has been rumored already, so we are hoping the speculation pans out. What's not to like about Oxygen OS already? On the surface, it's a very minimal clean Android experience, except OnePlus gives you the ability to control a number of design elements. It's fairly certain we are going to see a very similar software experience on the OnePlus 6, but built on Android Oreo, and don't expect Android P anytime soon. In the interview with The Verge, Kalpi also confirmed that they are planning to add gesture-based navigation that we already saw in OnePlus 5T beta software. OnePlus gesture interaction helps to improve the persistent Android software keys and thus liberate even more space. Of all the features that arguably need more attention than others, it's the camera. While the OnePlus 5T's dual camera system is great in daylight, its HDR system does need improvements, as does low light performance if it's going to compete with the likes of Pixel 2 and Galaxy S9, which seems to take great photos without any efforts at all. As has been mentioned several times, the OnePlus and Oppo flagship often share similarities, and this can also be seen in the camera system. Now, if we talk about the pricing, with every successive generation, the prices of the OnePlus smartphones have increased, yet the company has managed to build smartphones at an effective cost much lower than the other premium flagships. The OnePlus 6 would cost a notch higher than the OnePlus 5T, according to a price comparison sheet doing rounds of the internet. The phone would cost $749. Based on the price comparison, it is safe to assume that the price revealed are in Canadian dollar terms, and therefore the phone would cost less in the United States, somewhere around $575. At this price, the OnePlus 6 cost slightly more than its predecessor, which had been launched at $559 in the US. The OnePlus 5 and OnePlus 3 were both released in June of their respective years, so in or around June 2018 is our best guess for the OnePlus 6 release dates. Another clue of an earlier OnePlus 6 launch comes from the fact that the firm has run out of stock of the OnePlus 5T in the US. That leaves the door wide open for the OnePlus 6, although there is still stock of 5T in other regions including the UK and Europe. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And for more future videos like this, do consider subscribing and hit the bell icon so that you never miss any future videos from Extreme Droid. So this is Samir signing off, and I'll see you guys in my next one.